Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're here with another episode of Dota, Dragon's Blood. Last time on Dota, Davion faced off against Kaden in an epic showdown, consumed by vengeance, more or less. I'm not sure whether he would, if necessary, kill Davion, because he did, I mean, he had the opportunity to kill him, but he freed him from the chains, but that could just be because he wanted the satisfaction of killing the dragon himself and killing Davion by virtue of doing that. Or is it that he wants him to come out, as he put it, so that he wouldn't have to kill Davion? I suspect the Dragon Knights have a close bond as far as kinship, and they may not necessarily go around killing each other. So if there's a way for him to slay Cyrac without killing him, he would probably try to do that. But I don't know, from the way he spoke, he sounds like he's a man on a mission, and he'll be willing to do anything to get his vengeance. So we'll see. I mean, at the end of the last episode, Davian or Slarak just picked up Marcy and Miranda and just flew off. I'm not sure what happened to Caden. I don't think he's dead. I don't think this is the last we've seen of him. But I did mention in the last episode that I did wish they spent a bit more time doing some world building for this series, in much like the way Castlevania did, so that we understand the lore a bit better. Although I was familiar with Castlevania going into that series, had I not been familiar with the lore, it would have been explained to me. Or Dracula meeting his wife, and having their son, and just the layout of how everything works in the world. I think they could have benefited from doing that in at least the first half of this season. If not, make the episodes at least an hour long so that you have the time to actually do that. Because I left the last episode feeling a bit confused about, everything, all the pieces moving around. Why are all these conflicts happening? We haven't even gone back to Terrorblade and what his objectives are, why he has a conflict with Slyrak. And now we have Many and Salameni, and where did that conflict come from? How did it come about? Why do these humans worship this goddess, and so on? So they could have benefited from doing a bit more world building, and it feels as though they're cramming a bunch of stuff into a very short season. So, and I love that it's only 8 episodes. I think that's a perfect balance. I just think the episodes could have been a bit longer, so that they could do a bit more expanding the world and explaining that to us lay folk who don't know the lore, right? But nonetheless, I'm excited for the next episode, so let's check it out.
Children of Salamene, 1,000 years ago, our goddess
Okay.
cast out the non-believer. She
He's
allowed
ready to
them
go to
live in
war.
peace in the enclaves by the light of her moon. Gather now to march on the Night Silver Woods, on you and your children, to plunge the world into ceaseless.
I don't even get the impression this location. I've not seen any townspeople, any women, children, nothing. So it feels a bit empty. I can't see what they're defending exactly. So when I asked in the last episode, what is Princess Mirana? What is she princess of? Because we haven't really seen anything. Oh, teleportation. Nice. Going to attack all these defenseless elves that have done nothing to provoke them. Is it to make Femorin, to manipulate Femorin somehow, I suppose?
Lay down your arms.
There is only one goddess of the moon.
Oh. Could have made a smoother landing. Oh. Oh, looks like he's injured. I guess Davian took control briefly.
It has to be here somewhere.
Oh, that's the guy that they were looking for.
The
dragon knew to bring us here.
It's the same mage, the one who just caused the death of so many elves. Guess he wanders here while Slarak has control over his body. Oh, damn. Love the dragon designs.
You do not belong here, human.
This is my body.
Lyrak believes a demon hunts us. He wants
Terrorblade.
Now Alderak is silent. Slyrak is silent. Dead. Yet not.
No, that explains him. So why are they surprised to see him? Who is this one? Sounds unstable.
Davian, are you in there?
Slyrak awakens.
Well, I mean, he has no reason to kill them. Why? I mean, he just took them there. He just took them there. Why would he attack them now? Oh, nowhere else to run. Take aim. Shoot him down or something. What's the plan? Can Sagan fly? No. Yeah, they would be dead. They would be so dead.
Wake up!
The little mouse amuses me.
That one's starting to annoy me.
Perhaps it screams.
So these are...
Called.
Davian.
Have they not been reborn, so they're just here?
Come to be here, Davian Dragon Knight.
Because one of them did look like the dragon that Terrorblade killed.
Marcy, are you okay?
Aw, damn. Not Marcy. For someone confused and disoriented, he sure is focused on finding them. Where was all this energy when you were fighting Caden, Slyrak? I love the design on this one.
We fought together.
Slyrak bound himself to this tiny creature, made them one.
Why?
Natural order is disrupted. The cycle broken.
Terrorblade has taken Alderak. Slyrak has given us this. Violation.
Guess not everyone likes that decision.
There are villages scattered all around those mountains. You don't want me here, I don't want him out there. Send me back, and maybe we can help each other.
Perhaps.
I don't think he has any answers for you, man. Why is he so focused on eating them in particular?
Let's take a look at that leg. Okay,
Good
this is
boy.
going to hurt. We have to find a healer.
I wouldn't move around for a while if I were you.
People said this is where we'd find the sage, but there's not a damn thing down there.
How did the other chick... Well, she could see the tower.
Marty, what are you doing?
Oh, you can see through the stone.
The shopkeeper said we'd need this to see the sage.
He meant it literally. That really sucks that they have so much magic at their disposal, but no one knows how to heal.
I'll make certain of it.
That is the first thing that you try to learn.
Wake me up and I'll find them. I'll finish what Slyrak started.
Why should we trust you? You are a slayer.
A knight.
You killed dragons.
Defend the innocent.
Oh yeah, dragons are killing people. Y'all aren't innocent.
Your kind, do they not?
Yes.
Yet you kill us. Why?
They kill the other things that kill us too. At least in defense.
Because I hate you. I hate every last goddamn one of you.
At least he's being honest. Go on the offensive. I don't think fire arrows against a fire dragon is the best idea. Damn. Ah, she's aiming for his wounds. Smart.
The whole fucking village gone. Burnt to ash.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why these dragons are trying to paint themselves as these virtuous beings when this one just woke up and all he's trying to do is to eat the first person that he found.
If I die today, my only regret is I didn't kill more of you.
Yet you helped Slyrak.
Because no matter how much I hate him, or
It
you,
was much worse.
I know the demon is worse. Terrorblade is worse.
And then we can go back to killing each other afterwards.
Let Slyrak be reborn, and he can tell us of this demon himself.
Doesn't sound very good for Davian.
The human must die, that Slyrak may return.
I don't think that's what he wants.
He's killing her. Fucking do it.
Better hurry.
I know you have the strength. I know you can take control. You slay monsters, not people.
Oh, okay. So Arak's back. Why would he save him though? I mean, wouldn't that be easier for him?
Davian.
Mirana?
You need her to tell you where they are. That's where the help is. Although I don't know that I trust this maid. She's been doing some shady stuff since the last episode as well, so definitely wants to spark a war of some sort. So is it that even though they're hidden away from the rest of the world, they can't see or hear anything outside? Because the dragon was tearing, the mountainside apart, and they heard or saw nothing. All right, episode 5 of Dota. Let me just to get it out of the way. I mentioned at the very very start of this episode that and I mentioned the last episode as well about the whole world building, and I think they could have done a bit more so that casual viewers such as myself would understand what the hell is going on. And at the very beginning, they showed Salamene, bring her armor together to attack the elves, and that kind of lends itself to what the point I was making, in that I don't feel for any of these people because 2 episodes ago they didn't exist, and I know I keep going back to Castlevania, but again, they just did that so well in the very first season, and we watched, and that was only 4 episodes, right? So between season 1 and season 2, we saw our protagonists essentially travel from town to town, travel all of Wallachia, so that we could get an understanding as to how the people there feel, what is at stake when things go to hell. But here, I don't feel what's at stake, because all I see is just an army, and an army that just moved to attack some people that I've never seen before. So it's devoid of any attachment, because I just don't know enough about this world. I don't. Our heroes have been traveling through. We've seen them stop, but they're not even involved in this conflict that is happening right now. But Selemene's group there, and wherever the Nightwood Forest, I think, where Mirana is from. When we first visited there, all we saw were the lotuses, and we saw her, and someone stole the lotuses, and now we've gone back there, and all we see are the military, or the soldiers or whatever they are. We don't see anything beyond that outside of those walls. So what exactly is it they're protecting or defending? Or I just don't have that attachment to any of it. And that is what I feel is missing that is what's missing for me personally. The fighting is fantastic, the animation is gorgeous, but I just don't feel for any of the any of those conflicts that are happening. I don't feel the weight of what is at risk for any of them. Because I'm just not engrossed in it. So I appreciate the magic. I love seeing me some magic. I fail to understand why they shy away so much from nudity when they have no issue showing so much violence. I mean, if they're going to, this is an animated series made for adults. It's not for kids. And that's not to say that it has to have nudity in it, but I mean, if you're gonna push that hard, showing gore and monsters being decapitated and peeling the scales off dragons, I just don't see how you're drawing the line there, right? But yeah, if at the end of this season, they managed to wrap up some of the smaller stories. I do hope they take some lessons away from this season, and for season 2, at least for the first 4 episodes, take some time, maybe throwing some flashbacks in there so that we understand. Again, speaking as someone who's a casual viewer, because I know nothing about Dota and the lore. Spend some time to build this universe so that I know what is motivating a lot of these characters. We had an amazing fight there with Slarak versus Mirana, and the dragons. I'm curious to know for the dragons, that realm that Davion was in. Is that a realm where the dragons go after they have died? One of them looked like the other Eldorm that he fought along with Slarak, or the one that was possessed by Terrorblade. It appeared to be him. I can't say exactly, but um, if it is him, okay, so they're saying that the dragons don't die. When their physical form dies, they stay there until they're reborn. But how are they reborn? They seem surprised that Slarak chose to bond to bind himself to Davion. So that's obviously not the traditional way of being reborn. Um, so why did he decide to do that then? Now, one of the dragons did say, okay, maybe he did it out of desperation because he feared that Terrorblade might possess his body in the way that he did the other dragon. But Terrorblade had already left by that point. Um, so I don't know why he would do that then. And if that is the case, he could just do that when any of the dragons do die. I don't think they'll all have a human. From what the dragons have said, this is unprecedented. So they don't always move to a human body. So I'm just trying to make sense of what exactly happened there. But nonetheless, he decided to bind himself to Davion, and I guess they have to just live with it because Salara came in and said, "No, do not kill him." Yeah, I'm liking the relationship between Davion and Mirana slowly but surely. Um, I still think, as I said, things are just progressing a bit too quickly this season. I think we could have spent more time building all a lot of foundation, including their relationship. But that doesn't throw me off too much. I'm just here for Marcy, to be honest. She's probably my favorite character so far, even with saying very little. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know that I trust this mage that they're now here to see. I didn't realize initially that it was the same mage that they were going to see, but turns out it is. But he did lie to Selemene and got the other elves in all the villages killed who weren't forming a resistance of any sort. They were just there, going about their lives. But obviously, Selemene is not the good goddess she portrays herself to be. But he used to be involved with her. So are his intentions good? I don't think so. Not if she's willing to, to rat her up to the point where it results in so many people dying. And he was expecting Marcy here, so I'm curious to know what will come of this encounter. So looking forward to the next episode. So be sure to post down below, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.